Welcome to the Root Cause Revolution podcast with functional and integrative nurse nutritionist and energy medicine practitioner, Audrey Friday.
Hey friends, welcome to the Root Cause Revolution podcast. I'm your host, Audrey. Well, today is a Friday Ask Audrey episode, and today we have a couple questions. It looks like most of them are anonymous, which I love anonymous questions, but I want you to know who asked this question, right? Or I want you to know those who are asking the question. I would love it if you would give just your first name, so that you would know when your question was being answered. But that's okay. I made it anonymous because I wanted you to feel like you could ask questions and not leave your name as well. So the first question is, hi, Audrey. I would love your input regarding tinnitus. And so for those of you that don't know, tinnitus is ringing of the ears. Sometimes it can go as far as actually being dizzy as well. But by and large, it is a constant or intermittent or on and off ringing of the ears. So the first thing that I like to look at is toxicity level. I also look at toxicity level versus mineral level in the body. Usually, not always, but usually tinnitus is a heavy metal accumulation. So sometimes it's important for us to find out what that heavy metal is and where it's coming from. Sometimes we can tell by history whether or not that is specific, what heavy metal it might be. Oftentimes it's based on occupation or exposure. But what I recommend generally is doing a hair tissue mineral analysis. That's going to look at your heavy metal levels as well as your mineral levels. And it's a really good test for both of those. Often I see that a lack of B vitamins can be helpful for that. It can be a trigger or a root cause for this as well as zinc and magnesium deficiency. But if we look at something like a hair tissue mineral analysis test, then we can see exactly what it is. If a hair tissue mineral analysis test is too expensive, then I would suggest starting with B vitamins, with zinc and magnesium. You're going to want to make sure that you have an activated B complex. It's really not expensive, but you do want to make sure that you have the activated methylated B complex, zinc, and then magnesium glycinate. It takes about a week for those to kick in. So once you try those three things, you want to at least do it for about a week, and you'll notice those symptoms slowly fade. Now, sometimes those don't work. And if that's the case, then we need to look at detoxing those heavy metals. You can set up a complimentary appointment with me to do that. You can find all of the practitioner grade supplements that you need to try this stuff at audreychristy.com/full-script. I have lots of different brands available there for you to choose from. Again, I would suggest the minerals and metals test. You'll find that at audreychristy.com/shop. You can order that test for yourself right online. It'll ship directly to your door, and it comes with a quick consultation so you know what to do after that, right? And then sometimes tinnitus is from a head injury, and like an old head injury, and that takes a little bit more time and patience and trial and error to heal. But like I said, most people who have tinnitus from a head injury know that it's from a head injury. So I would look at those things. Like I said, heavy metal accumulation. It's relatively easy to fix. You can start seeing results. If it's heavy metals, it takes about 4 to 8 weeks to get going. If it is simply B vitamins, zinc, and magnesium, then that generally takes about a week of taking those supplements before you find relief. So I hope that helps to answer your question. You can find all the things that you need at audreychristy.com/shop. Okay. It's got the link to my full script where you can order the supplements, as well as you can order yourself the labs. All right, question number 2. Our next question reads, Dear Audrey, I have been suffering from Hashimoto's thyroiditis for many years now and am looking to relieve my symptoms. Sorry, sometimes these are, people type fast or they type on their devices, but basically you're looking to reverse or relieve your Hashimoto's. So since you already have a diagnosis of Hashimoto's, we know that there is quite likely some kind of gut issue going on, and so what I would recommend is an organics acid test, an oat test. It's really simple, do at home test. And it's going to tell us a whole lot of things about what's going on with your gut. It's going to tell us about bacterial fungal overload. It's going to tell us about mitochondria. It's going to tell us about detox. It's going to tell us all of these things. And then we can attack it from that point of view. If the oat test is too expensive for you, I would suggest just starting with my drainage and energy class. That's $25. You can find it at audreychristie.com/shop. What that's going to do is work on making sure you're moving toxins out of your body, starting to empty your toxin load. And then from there, reach out, set up a free consultation, and we can go through some kind of candida protocol in order to, that's probably what I would start with. Best case scenario, you're running the oat test so we can test and see exactly what we need to attack. And then the answer may still be the same. So that's up to you. The answer may still be the same, but then you can also just sort of pick what you think it might be and go with that. Either way, it starts with energy and drainage, or drainage and energy, however you want to put it, so that we can get those toxins draining from your body, start to allow the gut to have time to heal and repair itself, and then go from there. So I hope both of those questions, or answering both of those questions, really helped. I will do a full series on the thyroid, both Hashimoto's and other autoimmune thyroid conditions, because those are so very, very prevalent. Stay tuned for all the exciting stuff we have coming up. Energy Medicine Monday. We'll be back on Monday with that. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and remember that I am always rooting for you. Be well.
Thank you for listening to the Root Cause Revolution podcast. Be sure and subscribe on your favorite podcast provider. Ratings and reviews are always appreciated.